Welcome to this video. My name is Chris and today I want to talk to you about my reclaiming of this YouTube video from myself. Yeah, I would say so. However, it also is not just myself, but it's also the expectation that I think that I built into this channel. For the last few months, I have been basically putting myself into a box of making video tutorials as well as reviews of all kinds of technical things. With that, however, I also built a almost expectation, considering that since starting this channel, now we are at about 3,500 subscribers, but of those, about 2,500 joined within the last year, or a little more than the last year. That means that those people basically got to know the channel mostly through those new videos that I've been putting out since early last year. Now that is all nice. However, those videos, as I mentioned, are mostly review-based and tutorials, and I don't really know if I just want to make those. Well, actually, I know pretty clearly that I don't want to become a pure review type video channel, and I want to make videos in all kinds of different avenues as well, ranging from lifestyle topics, coding, tutorials, sometimes reviews, as well as philosophy and just sharing experiences as I move throughout life. This is something that I thought I made pretty clear by naming this channel based on my name instead of actually naming it based on a niche, which is something that a lot of people nowadays recommend, to start out on YouTube with a specific niche, which should help to basically make clear to people what they are subscribing for. And I totally understand that theoretical idea that it is easier for the algorithm to suggest your videos to people that might like your videos if your videos are watched by a certain specific group of people, so that it is easy for a computer to analyze that and with that find out who they might suggest your videos to reach a broader or even a bigger audience. Now that of course sounds all great, especially if you are trying to live off of YouTube as I am doing at the moment, or I'm working toward at the moment. That would be amazing. However, I really have an emotional struggle with that idea of putting myself too much into that box. And that is why I am trying to reclaim my YouTube channel so that I can again start making videos that I care about, that I'm thinking about, that are creative in a certain way, even though they might not be creative in terms of the video making, different angles and all that kind of stuff, but creative in the sense that I am free to express myself, my ideas, and also make whatever I feel like. Now this is something of a journey because, as I've mentioned, there's this whole trend around building a certain niche and sticking to that at least until your channel has grown to a certain point, from which then you might be able to branch out. The alternative also could be to just have multiple channels, and actually now with these ideas running through my head, I more and more understand very clearly why so many other YouTubers have multiple channels at this point. Because again, having a niche around a certain topic on a certain channel helps to market that channel so that the algorithm can help you spread the word. Now, with a channel like mine, which is based on my name, which is based on the topics that I want to make and bring out here, it might be much harder to find that target niche fit. However, I am in kind of a conundrum between certain ideas. I could launch a new channel. I could also just make everything on this channel, or I could hold back a certain part of myself and focus this channel on one specific topic. Now with that, especially if you're trying to make income and revenue from YouTube, we also have to take into consideration that this channel that you're watching right now is already monetized with over 1,000 subscribers and also with the 4,000 watch hours. All that basically happened early last year in March when I got first monetized, and since then this channel has been earning a steady and also growing income every single month, which is awesome because that is basically my main goal right now, to start to grow this channel to a point where it is completely taking care of my monthly expenses, and with that I then can branch out into different ideas. Now, again, this is an issue because if I now just start many other channels or 1 or 2 other channels on topics that I'm interested in, that means that I would have to invest time, effort, and money potentially into creating new videos on those channels, but those channels usually don't really get monetized until at least 6 to 12 months into the game, depending on how quickly you can grow that channel to those marks of 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And since I am not really willing to get into that game right now, I'm just left with 2 options, and the one is make whatever you want to make, and the other is make those videos that you have stuck yourself into a niche with, and then just build all of the other stuff after that. But that kind of feels like I would have to sell part of my soul by restricting myself to just make videos out of a certain topic area. And I find it way more fun and creative to be able to make videos on all kinds of different topics. And I hope that that is also something that is interesting to you as you are subscribed here or watching my videos, to subscribe for all of these things, from tech all the way through to philosophy and experience sharing, vulnerability, and all things in between. I know that this is somewhat of a contradiction to the idea of being able to sustain my livelihood from the earnings from this channel, because it would be faster to do this by simply sticking to one niche. But then the other thing is that I also don't really know yet which of the niches that I have been dabbling with would be the one that I actually care enough about to grow long term. And that's something that I still am figuring out. And the most long term that I can see right now in all of this journey is to simply make the videos that I think I would like to make, I would like to see, and also I would like to build a community around. Now, of course, there might be topics and videos that are not at all for you, but I hope that you could just skip over those and subscribe for the ones that you actually want to see on this channel. I would also be curious to hear from you in the comment section down below what type of videos you are actually subscribed for here on my channel. And granted, I can't guarantee you that I'm going to give you more of those videos. For example, I've been recently getting requests for more pencil type microphone comparisons because I have made a whole series on that topic. However, I made that series whilst choosing between pencil type microphones for the video making here in my studio. I since chose the Octava MK012, which is out of shot right here, and I don't really have a reason to compare more of those microphones, which is partly one of the reasons why I also don't really want to get all the way into the gear review topics, because that always means getting new gear, buying more, renting more, or asking manufacturers to get me more stuff, and that just accumulates a whole lot of things. And I am still somewhat of a minimalist at heart, so that's not really a good option long term. Now, as I've mentioned, I hope you do stick around for those videos that are interesting to you here on my channel. I'm really working on bringing back my schedule to bring out videos multiple times a week, as I have done in the past, on all kinds of topics. Right now, you might have noticed I'm more in the reclaiming phase and sharing something that is completely different from everything that I have done before. But I also have videos in the pipeline about different software solutions, productivity tools, as well as hardware and tutorials around topics like podcast editing and similar things. There's so many ideas in my head, as well as in my lists in Dynalist and Notion, that I really think that I could basically make videos every single day without fail, and would probably not get through the whole list within this year. But of course, that's also something that is not really that feasible, because making these videos takes a lot of time sometimes, especially in the thinking and then rethinking and then making the video and then editing the videos and all of that, that sometimes I wish I could just do a live stream and cut it down into little pieces to make these videos. But unfortunately, my own standards, I would like to have these things properly recorded, as I am doing right now. And that's really enjoyable. I actually also would prefer to be able to also have all kinds of flashy graphics sometimes, but that's currently also not my style, and it takes away from the motivation to keep on going. So that's part of also trying to reclaim what I can do right now, rather than trying to do something or be someone that I'm not. So with all that, I am more and more setting out to make this channel a part of my mission of providing value and good information, as well as insights and staying vulnerable in the process. There is a plethora of different topics that I want to cover here, and I hope you are sticking around with me. I might actually at some point diversify into multiple topics on different channels to be able to have this niche effect, but for now, this is my channel with my name and, for the most part, my topics. Now, with all that said, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope this was somewhat inspiring or somehow interesting for you. If you have a similar journey with your YouTube channel, your podcast, or any kind of project that you're working on, I would love to hear from you in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up. That helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm to also get to know you and what you like on this channel, as well as giving me more information about whether or not you enjoyed this type of content. Now again, I hope you have an amazing day, make it your life, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao!